Now we have a special one. I just got somebody told me in my ear, a duet, a lullaby from, oh great, Angela Mitchell and Beth Huff. Yes! Oh, that was great. That's like deer in headlights. I just wanted to see the look. That was fantastic. Okay, actually, next up we have Katie Jones.
Well, I brought my family with me, so I thought you'd like to meet my family. This is, of course, this is my daughter Carrie. I guess most of you know her, and her son Albert, my special grandson. This is my sister Caroline, and this is my brother Dan. Okay, we're all going to have something to read. Caroline will be first.
Okay, this is a poem. This is a poem I wrote quite a while back, and our whole family tends to be kind of a poetic, and so, but it's not deep poems. It's just silly. Okay, so this is about my family. I'll tell you of a family whose lives are kind of scrambly. That's not to say they've all gone nuts, but some, their minds have gone kaput. To call them crazy is too strong, yet strange and weird are weak, because they're not really that far gone, a bit touched, so to speak. For some have minds sharp as a tack, while some are like a marble, and some you might say jump the track, while some are known to squabble. Dysfunction, I'll not use that word. I would not dare offend, for it might sound a bit absurd, be it foe or friend. A purpose had this family, a purpose with a plan, but when they came to sort it out, they all went to La La Land. Though out there still, I know there's hope. Of this I'm pretty sure, because God will help us all to cope with things we can't endure. Somehow I know that I can fit amongst this happy clan. Could be that it is all I get, so I'll stick with where I am. I will not try to pick and choose, nor point a blaming finger. I'll just think of a lame excuse as logic tends to linger. I would not trade them for the world, this stumbling, bumbling bunch. I know they'll be right there for me when it's time for lunch. So if you ask me why I claim this wacky-tacky crowd, the reasons have eluded me, but of them I am proud.
Now, Carrie's going to read.
Good job, Dan. That's about Uncle Dan. Back in 1940, a baby boy was born. He didn't grow up rich. In fact, his clothes were torn. Winters by the stove, summers by the creek. He wore those thick-rimmed glasses and looked just like a geek. Miles to school he walked, at least that's what he'd say. The walking wasn't easy, was uphill all the way. Next, he joined the Navy to ride the ocean blue. He bought a fancy car, convertible and new. Then he wanted college, so he took himself to school. Now he has his learning, so don't call him no fool. Summers, he drives a truck, he hauls the circus round. Wherever there's unbathed carnies, that's where he'll be found. Now he's gotten older, his hair is all turned white, and you should hear him snoring. It really is a sight. I like it when he visits. He's really a special man. I'm very proud to know him. I love my Uncle Dan.
She did.
But the nephew couldn't be here, so she took his place. Okay, now this is my Dan the man. There is a man called Uncle Dan that roams from town to town, and where the folks do welcome him, he lays his body down. He stays a while and gives a smile to cheer both young and old, till the story of his trips to everyone he's told. He's been to cities great and small, and countries far and near. He takes the time to make it rhyme for stories you to hear. So if this man called Uncle Dan comes knocking on your door, just let him in, give him a grin, and let him have the floor. He'll tell you of his greatest love, his travels far and wide. And if you nod, he'll take a rod and poke you in the side. So listen well for him to tell of tales you can't believe. For when he's done at set of sun, he just might up and leave. So don't turn down this man renowned. Just let him know you care, that he has come to have some fun, for he's been everywhere. Now Dan's going to read his poem.
You go that for me, right up here. It's the first time in my life I've ever stood up in front of a crowd and recited anything.
Me too. Don't feel bad about it.
This is called Thank God That Wasn't Me, and it probably has a good message here. I laid awake in my lonely bedroom, overwhelmed with fear and gloom, wallowing in my own self-pity, dreading to go out into the city. In ragged clothes and worn shoes, I stumbled out to pick up the news. As most men my own age, I turned to the obituary page. I searched for my own obit. I was happy I didn't find it. After coffee and a cinnamon roll, I took myself on a morning stroll. While wandering through the old graveyard, where the monuments are cold and hard, I was shocked at what I'd found. There, protruding from the ground, 'twas a marker that I read, telling me that I was dead. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, I cried. No one told me that I died. I walked away, oh my, oh my. Then I realized dead men don't cry. I went merrily on my way, praising the Lord every day. I thank the Almighty God that wasn't me beneath the sod.